Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be this makeup look. I will go through what skincare I used and how I applied the makeup, what it is, why I love it. This is my kind of autumn winter transitional makeup and my everyday work makeup. So guys, if this is content you're interested in, join me every Sunday at 7 AM London time. Subscribe for videos about my Slimming World journey, about my menopause, about my grey hair, about my makeup, about clothes, blah, blah, blah. All good girly chat. So I hope to see you in the next video. But until then, keep on watching. We're ready for foundation. We're going to go in with the True Match by L'Oreal, as you know, and this is in 5.5 Golden Sun. I got this for my holiday because my tan, but actually the colour still works. And as you know, I was a Dior forever girl. I've kind of changed. I've kind of gone a little bit more True Match. This formula is amazing. It's like a serum foundation and it's not heavy at all. I use the Bobbi Brown full coverage face brush with this, and also I keep my face wipe just to wipe off my hand and then just buff it in. So as you can see, I buffed it in and then I stippled it towards the end, which is basically when you press it into the skin, just gives you a bit of extra coverage. This is the coverage we have. This foundation is insanely good. I love it. And I would normally apply concealer here, but as you can see, I don't need any. This serum has honestly transformed my skin. So I'm just going to leave it right there, and then we're just going to go on to apply some powder to set everything in place. At the moment, I'm still using the Collection Lasting Perfection powder in Banana. Sorry, I've got the shakes. I'm so hungry. It's nearly lunchtime, but I am doing my makeup, so apologies. So I use my Real Techniques brush and I just pat this powder in. Sorry, I've got my washing over there, so I'm really going to be careful. And then I pat it on the skin. I don't drag it, so you'll see what I mean. I'm just going to step back and zoom you guys in. I do love loose powder and it literally goes everywhere. Right, so that's the look, and as you can see, I'm just stippling it on. I'm not dragging it, I'm setting everything that I've just done. I'm just going to take off the foundation from my lips and my beauty spots. This little wet wipe comes in really handy. And then we're done. Now onto eyes. So today for the eye base, we're going to use Bobbi Brown Golden Bronze eyeshadow stick. This is my everyday makeup. I'm going to keep it real with you guys because I've got the new Natasha Denona palette and I was going to show you that. But honestly, every day, so I'm going to try and do this without showing you the mirror. Everyday makeup for me is quick and easy, and it's always 9 times out of 10 the Natasha Denona Glam palette. So we're going to use that because this is a real video. So as you can see, I take the cream shadow and I apply it very messily over the eyelid. And this is basically, because I have oily eyelids, I need my makeup to stay in place. So I apply this, I'm just looking for a brush. So I apply this very messily and I get a brush. This is from Primark, their brushes are insanely good. And I just tidy up this and just kind of buff it out and up a little bit because I want all of my eyeshadow to stick to it. So then we're going to bring that up as high as your eyeshadow transition shade's going to go. See how that now, I mean, if you had non-oily eyelids, you could probably just leave it there if you wanted a normal everyday look, but we're not going to do that. So on we go. This tip I got from Chanel Temple, who used to work for Hourglass. I'm not sure if she still does, but this is how the makeup was left. This is the diffused light palette. Obviously you can use any of their palettes that you want to, or maybe even any pressed powder, I don't know, but Hourglass is magical. And I get a fluffy brush. I am using the Zoeva 221, sorry. This brush, all my brushes are Zoeva now, my eye brushes, so I'll go through the numbers, but this one. So I get this brush and I just dab it in the corner, and then I go over the spot that's going to be where the transition shade goes. Because the cream product is still setting down, this just gives it a really nice canvas and makes your transition shade go on with no harsh lines. Honestly, greatest tip ever. Next, my very well loved Glam palette by Natasha Denona. As you can see, the shades are perfect for every day. And the thing I love about this product is the names aren't like, they're not like fancy names. This sort of tells you where to go. So they're kind of like centre eyelid, outer eyelid. You don't have to do that, obviously, what she says, but the fact that she's a makeup artist and there are certain colours that you wouldn't think, oh, I'll do that. Like this, the transition shade is really cool toned, but actually works beautifully. Because it just gives you a shadow. So I kind of go in where my bone is. I have hooded eyes as well, so if I tip my head up a little bit, it's because then I can get in the hood. So tap that on there and then just go over. The thing with Natasha Denona shadows is they're such high quality. You don't get any fallout. You don't need to tap them off. You don't need to use loads. It just glides on. This is why I love this for every day. So you can see now I've got a shadow there, which is what you want for a transition. Now I'm going to get my Zoeva 231 kind of bullet brush, and I'm going to go into the shade Smoke, which is this one. I just dab that on, and then I pat it. I'm going to blow this, it might drop a little bit. I'm going to pat it there in that socket line, and then along here, and then drag the rest. Just turn the brush so that I get the bit with the most product on it. And again, you see the difference. It just gives your inner eye a bit of depth. And again, if you're hooded, just tilt your head back ever so slightly. There's a bit more there, so I'm just going to even that out. And as you can see, look how well they blend together. Like, it's incredible. And then just drag and make a little shape there. Then I'm going to get my Zoeva 221. Again, it's a different one. I've got like loads of them. And I'm going to go into the shade Blend. And then we're going to blend. Just above the line where everything will blend together. Then lift it up a little bit. Blend, 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 blend. And as you can see, these brushes have been used. I've been using them all week. Again, keeping it real. And they're still so good. A few little lines there, so I'm just going to blend that out. Flawless. Absolutely flawless. And then I'm going to get a concealer brush, which is a flat brush. This is the Real Techniques one. And I'm just going to flick up here to kind of, you see that line that's there almost? So this just kind of buffs it out. I don't use this for concealer. Never have actually. But for this purpose, it's amazing. It just kind of erases the line and blends it all perfectly. That took 3.5 minutes. Awesome. So I fancy a bit of pizzazz on the actual lid. So this shade is called Outer Eyelid, but I just love how glittery it is. So I'm just going to get the Natasha Denona flat brush. This came with the set last Christmas, the little mini set, and it's one of the best brushes just for applying flat eyeliner, because I just lay it flat against my eye and just go back and forth like a windscreen wiper. And then you can pat down if you want to add a bit more pigment, or you could just use your finger. It gives you amazing payoff. Now for eyeliner. I'm going to use the Kat Von D tattoo liner. This is in Trooper Black. It's a very dark eyeliner. I love it for this kind of look. And in winter, I love a really strong cat eye. I'm going to attempt to do it in the viewfinder. It's not going to be attractive, but let's give it a go. And I apologise for any weird facial expressions, but let's do it. Wasn't actually too bad. I'm gonna go off camera and do the other one. Right, now that's nice and even, I can never really get them 100% even. I'm actually going to add some colour under my eyes, and for this I'm going to use the Zoeva 230 Luxe pencil brush, and I'm going to go into Smoke, and I'm literally going to dab the tiniest bit. Again, apologies for weird facial expressions, I'm going to use my mirror, but I kind of just put it on the lash line, and I have to look up to do this. Obviously you don't want to jab yourself in the eye, but it just gives you a nice little smoky look. As you can see, I sort of set it in place and I look up and go back and forth. There you go. Just adds a bit of smoke, you know. Now for bronzer, at the moment I'm using the MAC bronzing powder in Refined Golden. It's near the end. It's quite deep at the moment, but I can make it work. And this little brush that I use, it's tiny, but because my hair is grey, I don't want to get orange in the roots. So I just apply with a small brush and take it up as high as the hairline, but I don't want a big massive brush that's just gonna slap it everywhere. I kind of do use it as a little bit of a contour as well. I don't contour because I haven't got time for all that stuff, but a little bit there, you know. Although this colour's way too warm to contour, but you get the gist. And the blush we're going to go for is quite bronzy as well, so it's not, you know, I don't know. I take it on my nose. I don't know why, but I always have to do that on my chin, down my neck a little bit, not too far, because this season I like to polo neck it a lot. There you go. Just a bit of colour to liven up the face. Everyone's favourite step, brows. Not. I don't really enjoy doing my brows these days. My brows are good, but they are a little sparse, like you can see here. So what I tend to do is at the moment I'm using the Benefit Precisely My Brow. Using this up, I took it on holiday, so I'm just using it up. And it's in the shade 3. So what I do is this line here that you will see of like thin hair, I just fill that in. So I brush up with this, again, this is from Primark, it's £1. Great little double-ended tool. And nowadays I literally tidy my brows like once a month when they get a little bit overruly. I did it this morning. So I'm going to turn here so you can see. So I fill in this front bit and I flick up, hardly apply any pressure because you don't want big thick lines. And then I take it from here up, and where the final line is I just pull up. And then you should hopefully start to see like it looks like it's uniform. Then I put a bit at the top just to even that line out. just go through and just kind of fill in any blank bits. You see that? Do the same on the other side. Don't worry if they don't look exactly the same. What's that saying? Brows are sisters, not twins. They shouldn't look identical, which is good because they don't. I don't want them really thick, so that's good enough for me. So then I use the spoolie on the other side just to kind of, again, no pressure, but just to pull the product through a little bit, just to make it a little bit more natural looking. Jobs are good. Blush. My favourite blush of all time for winter is MAC Gingerley. This doesn't look like much, but honestly, it gives the most gorgeous, orangey, healthy glow. So I'm using my double-ended hourglass brush, tap it off, and I pinch my cheeks there, and then I push it in and then pull it up. Honestly guys, get this blush, you'll thank me for it. And then what I always do with this brush is I get the other side and then just kind of blend it all together, even it all out. As it's a normal day, I'm going to use some highlight because I always need a bit of poof. Oh my god, does this highlight pack a punch. This is the Pat McGrath palette. This is the Divine Blush and Glow in Amber Allure. So if I wasn't using Gingerley, I'd have used this blush. It looks terrifying in the palette, but trust me, it's gorgeous. But this highlight is another level. I use the Zoeva Screen Queen fan brush, and I literally just do that. You can see how insane this highlighter is. Like, it's glorious. And I pull it down just to kind of blend it all in. Oh, yes, please. Now we are cooking. I always leave mascara till the end. I don't really know why. At the moment, I'm using the Hypnose Drama. I love this mascara. It's the mini that I got in that kit from Boots last Christmas. Honestly though, I would get the full size of this when I run out all my others, which, well, it's going to be a while, let's put it that way. I've still got the full size Hypnose, I think it's the original Hypnose mascara, which I'll be opening next because I always open them in the order that I get them because I hate for it to dry out or anything, because mascara is like one of the game-changing makeup things. I think if anybody could live without something, they wouldn't be able to live without mascara, most people that use it. There we go. Look at those fluttery lashes. And my lashes suck, so if I can find a mascara that makes my lashes look halfway decent, I'm here for it. As this makeup look is kind of everyday, bronzy, glowy, you know, we're going to use MAC Taupe lipstick. And it is just one of the most beautiful neutral shades. It is a matte finish. If you have really dry lips, maybe not for you, but just apply some lip balm first. And this just sets everything off. That, guys, is my everyday makeup. What do you think? Are there any tips? Did you get anything out of this? Are you going to try any of this stuff? I'll link everything I've used below if I can find it. I don't think anything's been discontinued. I think everything is kind of very standard. Like I say, for every day, you just can't go wrong with these products. The Natasha Denona eyeshadow palettes are slightly more pricey than most people would normally pay. They're like £64 for that midi one. However, it is the most amazing. If you only have one, get one that's really, really good. The eyeliner is my go-to. I love it. And for winter, I just love that strong look. The blush, Gingerley, is literally my favourite blush. I'll be wearing it all winter. So no real standout products. I just love everything. I've really got my makeup down now. That's why I don't do many makeup videos on here anymore, because I feel like I'm just using the same stuff over and over and over again. It might just be a different colour Natasha Denona palette, a different colour Pat McGrath blush, or whatever. So that's why I don't show you much, but I have changed it up a little bit recently, which is why I wanted to share my new updated everyday autumn winter transition makeup, really, because the last time it was all bright colours for summer. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you next week.